We're now going to be heading down to New Orleans there in Louisiana, taking a live look there over the skyline, where we're now finding out more information after investigators have busted a jail maintenance worker who they say helped 10 inmates escape.
A maintenance worker at the Orleans Parish Justice Center has now been arrested and booked into jail.
A lot of people wondered what the deal was with this maintenance worker because they were very quick to sort of put the blame on him right away.
One friend of a maintenance man arrested for aiding the inmates is reacting, and Shay, all of this as that worker remains in jail.
Well, today the jail employee accused of helping them cut through a wall was set to appear in court, but instead of moving forward, it's been pushed back.
All right, listen up, people. In the murder-drenched streets of New Orleans, y'all remember that wild-ass story the media tried to sell? That toilet escape tale got everybody shook like it was some kind of Hollywood heist flick. But nah, the whole city was clowning that shit from the jump. The people wasn't buying that nonsense for a second, and here's why. Sterling Williams' own supervisor came clean and dropped the real low. Ain't no way in hell you pulled that stunt without flooding the whole damn pod. Water shut off or not, that place would have been looking like Shakespeare Park swimming pool. So that toilet escape story, straight up cap. Fairy tale for the gullible. Now hold up, beat Sterling Williams. He's a 33-year-old maintenance worker from the Orleans Justice Center who got slapped with 11 bogus charges after that May 16th jailbreak, damn near like he was the kingpin behind it all. You talking about malfeasance in office and 10 counts of principal to simple escape. Sounds heavy, right? But let's break down how these clowns running the show got it all twisted. Attorney General Liz Morrell was front and center, waving that bill of information like she just caught the mastermind behind 9/11 or some shit. You're gonna hold folks accountable, she said, acting like she cracked the case of the century, when in reality, the only thing that cracked was that cheap makeup and Botox treatment on her face. But nah, that was the politics and cover-up on full blast. Sterling's been locked up since May 19th, a bond set at a crazy $1.1 million. That bond alone screams, let's punish this dude hard, no matter what, cause we gotta save face. Word on the street was, and even on Fox 8, Sterling was just a maintenance dude caught in the middle. See, the story goes that he supposedly cut off water to a cell where 10 inmates got loose through some wall. But here's the kicker. They claim Sterling said Antoine Massey, one of those inmates, threatened to shank him if he didn't play along. So basically, Sterling was caught between a rock and a hard place with his life on the line, according to their story. Turns out that story was faker than them Popeyes ashtrays dude used to be putting in their mouth in the 80s. But the powers that be, they wanted people to see it that way. They twisted that boy Sterling words, took him out of context, and turned him into their favorite scapegoat. That's the game in the endo. If you're convenient to pin the blame on, you're gonna get dragged through the mud. No questions asked. How you know they down bad for that shit? And you better believe Orleans Parish District Attorney Jason Williams tried to sneak away from this whole shit real quick. His own conflict of interest was so blatant, he had to step back and let the Attorney General's office bring in Daniel Smart to handle the case.
The Orleans Parish Jail employee accused of helping those inmates escape also has a court hearing this afternoon. New court documents are showing that Orleans Parish DA is recusing himself from Sterling Williams' case, and the Attorney General appointed Daniel Smart over the case.
Talk about passing a hot potato. This dude Jason was quick to dodge the blame. Somebody was busting at him with a cutter. Then there's Governor Jeff Landry, the so-called leader, who popped up a few days after the jailbreak, acting like he was the hero ready to fix everything. This dude talked about a joint effort with Liz Morrell and even strutted around the jail like he was on some reality TV dating show shit. But behind that front, just more politics and photo ops. Landry's investigation was as deep as a kiddie pool, and the whole city knew it. Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson, man, she was busy trying to cover her own ass. She tried to expose Jason Williams for playing political games with fueled by personal beef. But if you ask me, Hudson just trying to go with her move once again, ducking accountability. facility in this clown show of a circus. The whole system was crumbling, but they all played their part, pretending like they were holding it down. So Sterling Williams caught up in the twisted system. The facts got tossed out like that freezer bit-ass Bluebell ice cream in your side chick freezer. Say, bruh, to keep it all the way 100, people ain't buying that toilet escape story either. You tell somebody that shit, they gonna hit you with the, oh Lord, are you killing me? Like that boy Murder. Trip Porter's Sterling supervisor already said the whole pod would have flooded if water was cut off. These wanna be big shots, they keep pushing the narrative that fits their agenda. And Sterling, he stuck holding the bag for a jailbreak story that don't add up. Like all your bills that are due after your direct deposit hit on payday. Let's keep it rolling. May 16th was the night all hell broke loose. 10 inmates dipped out the OJC like they was giving away free crawfish from Cajuns. Old damn city looked up like, wait, what? Media started spinning that goofy story. Said the inmates broke out by removing the toilet from the wall after some maintenance man cut off the water. Sounded more like a Looney Tunes cartoon sketch than a real escape. But that didn't stop the crooked sheriff from reaching for a scapegoat. And boom, she grabbed that boy Sterling Williams. 3 days later, March 19th, they came for Sterling like he was Richard Pena. That man got cuffed and tossed in some jail hours away from the one he used to fix pipes in, with that $1.1 million bond hanging over his head. That's right, a blue-collar maintenance man now being treated like he ran the whole damn cartel. That was injustice. This was politics wrapped in a clown suit. Liz Morrell, the self-proclaimed sheriff / prosecutor / publicity queen, came out swinging like she was about to drop the Jeffrey Epstein client list. This was a breach of public trust, she said, with her chin up, trying to sound all presidential and shit. Girl, get your long head ass down somewhere. You and your little bill of information ain't saw the damn thing. All you did was pin the whole operation on one dude who was easy to blame. She out here playing law and order. Press conference unit. Meanwhile, crooked ass started trying to spin that Antoine Massey shank narrative. Sterling lawyer came through and cut that shit off like that ingrown toenail on your grandma pinky toe. It's no secret that Sterling's words were twisted, taken out of context, and now they using him like a pawn. They needed a fall guy, and Sterling was the easiest target. A regular man with no clout, no badge, no political juice. Just a brother trying to make his check and go home. But in this dirty ass system, you ain't safe, even in a jumpsuit holding a wrench and a tool bag. And here come Daniel Smart, fresh out the back like some B-list actor trying to land his breakout role in a low-budget movie. This the dude Liz Morrell assigned to handle Sterling case after Jason Williams ducked out like BG on that 9/11 out to Thomas. But what Smart lacks in legal skill, he makes up for brown nosing. He ain't investigating the case, he following orders from Morrell like a damn intern. And so green, he probably still believe in the tooth fairy. Then you got Jeff Stuntman Landry. That man loves the camera more than a TikTok influencer. One minute he acting like a war general. Next y'all here doing jail tours, fronting for the cameras. Jason Williams ain't off the hook either. Yeah, he backed out that case like it was a hot stove, but only after the heat turned up on his own office, and had the nerve to act like it was some noble move, talking about conflict of interest. Please, that man been ducking accountability since the day he got sworn in. He saw a political grenade and tossed it Liz Morrell's way before it blew his eyebrows off. And then there's Susan I got it handled Hudson. Oh, she quick to point fingers at Jason Williams and he only involved because he campaigning. That might be true, but let's not act like she ain't out here drowning in incompetence. Her whole jail done turned into a damn amusement park. She still blaming everybody but herself. High security, weak. Surveillance, trash. And somehow it's the maintenance guy who getting all 11 charges. Hey bruh, you can't make this shit up. And this whole crew act like it's sketch comedy too. Every one of them focus on pointing fingers and cleaning their own image rather than finding out what really happened. Meanwhile, the real facts, the real truth, sitting there ignored like you be doing your girl when she asks you why Pizza Hut is texting you at 2 a.m. Sterling ain't orchestrate no escape. He ain't mastermind nothing. He was just a regular worker caught in the crossfire of jail politics. Backroom deals, they said it was justice moved slower than the St. Charles streetcar in July. I fast forward, Sterling sitting in jail watching the news like the rest of us, while the same folks who run the damn circus out here doing interviews, patting their own backs like they solve world hunger. Is Morel still chirping about the public trust like she the queen of integrity? Girl, the only thing you leading is a witch hunt with a fake ass treasure map. You wanna act like she got receipts, but all she holding is hearsay, watered down threats, and some paperwork from a jail that don't even got no working locks half the time. Real talk, OGC ain't secure enough to hold a paper napkin in the windstorm, let alone 10 inmates. So how a maintenance man becoming the lead accomplice of the Great Escape make it make sense. And you know what's wild? Not one damn person, not one, talking about how these inmates got that much time unsupervised in the first place. Where was the guards? Where was the checks? Who was watching the cameras? Nah, they ain't digging into none of that, because it might expose how raggedy the jail really being ran. So instead, they threw all 10 charges on that boy Sterling like he had a magic key to the whole facility. Jason Williams, bruh, please, man, vanished like a ghost the moment the media asked real questions. One minute he working side by side with Morel, touring the jail like it's a museum. Next minute he jumped ship and recused himself, talking about conflict of interest. Bro, only conflict you got is between your ego and your job title. And don't think we forgot about Susan Hudson. Full time she busy playing victim, saying she being politically targeted. Ma'am, the only target here is your reputation, and it got hit with a bazooka the moment that toilet escape story dropped. So jail done turned into a slip and slide, and you mad people pointing fingers? Maybe if you spent less time on Twitter and more time securing your damn pies, we wouldn't even be here. Now let's really talk. Sterling never had no power, no access to keys, no pull in administration, wasn't up in the warden meetings or drawing up blueprints. He fixed toilets, turned valves, that's it. But now they acting like he's some kind of criminal mastermind, all because he did what he was told. And while they all point fingers and call press conferences, Sterling sitting in the jail, held on $1 million bond, like he got offshore accounts in a private jet. Meanwhile, the real criminals, these corrupt officials, walk around free every day, shaking hands and kissing babies. The system ain't broken, it's working exactly how they want it to. Set up the powerless to take the fall, while the people at the top keep their hands clean and their names out the mud. This time they picked the wrong one. But the streets talking and they all saying the same thing. Everything got played and everybody in the city know it.